Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So I went through the trouble of fixing this clock, so it really is about 2:53. It is the 19th of April, Sunday. This says 65 degrees. And then I attempted to fix this one and screwed it up. But it is the 19th, it is Sunday, it is 64, and I can't tell you how many degrees Celsius because, once again, I screwed that all up. You can see my batteries are still charger, Mr. Energizer in the back. What am I up to today? Well, I got a million projects to finish, and as I'm kind of going through, I'm also looking for things. Like the 185 in the driveway needs a rear end, so I'm kind of poking around the Horde, kind of looking for the rear end, and at the same time as I'm poking around, I'm trying to get some of these other projects back in gear. You guys remember the EZGO conversion? Well, I was trying to figure out how to work on it here and how to get the frame underneath it, and I just couldn't make it go. You know, I couldn't get in here. I couldn't jack it up such that I can work on it. So I've been trying to figure out what to do about that. And this is what I came up with. So I kind of put it on a trailer and rigged up a hoist here to kind of jack the rear end up. The weight limit for the golf cart is more than that could handle. So now that I got it jacked up, I can kind of cut some things out of it right underneath there. I could cut that out. And that'll get the rear end out of here. For those of you who've been watching, you know that my plan is to put just a straight axle rear end, and that's how I'm going to work that out. Once I get the rear end out, then I could start figuring little things like spacing. And you might not think that's too big a deal, but the frame on this thing is shot. Right. You can see that it's pretty trashy here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to clean it up, but I'm basically going to put a rail alongside of here, straight to the back. It's in halfway decent. Ow! The frame, you can see how it spins up and around, but the frame is in halfway decent shape back here. But under where the batteries, it's pretty trashy. It'll be a little harder to show you. I'm basically going to put my frame right alongside of here. Right. Some of this I'm going to have to remove, but basically I'm going to have side-by-side frames. And I went through the trouble spending $20 each on these nice long guys, and it turns out these 4-footers will work. So that's my plan, to get those alongside. Now that this project is moving again, hopefully, you know, every other day, every 3 days or so, I'll be able to show pictures of a quick video on what's going on with it. I'm hoping the frame rail, I'm not sure about this height where it's going to meet here when I leave there, when I go from there right to here where it's going to come in. But I'm hoping that, given that I'm drawing the frame, so to speak, given that I have this arc and along the bottom, more or less right to the front end, I'm hoping that it's in pretty good shape. But looking at this situation here, trying to figure out what the hell happened, and I'm not quite sure why this buckled outward like this. My tendency is to put a board against here and have it meet up with the sledgehammer and then tack it again, because this looks, I mean, it looks like it's rotted out here. The other side I think is rotted out here too. It is, but it didn't bow. So I'm not quite sure why that end kicked out, but this side didn't. Maybe she smashed in the back. Yeah, it looks like somebody backed into something here, right, and pushed this all forward. So this is going to be put together basically as a rat. I'm not really going to do all that much with the body. Not on this one. Basically, what I'm after doing is getting it to move under its own power again. So this will be the first one. The second project will probably be that Mule up above. I have a forward and reverse rear end to put into it. It does have a Kawasaki drive train that I could probably get functioning again, but it just kind of like needs everything. The radiator system needs to be put back together again, the water cooling system. And once I do that, I gotta hope there's no blown head gaskets, there's no leaks, there's no cracks, there's nothing like that, because now to get that functional, it's going to be a whole lot of work. Then the two carburetors need to be redone, and I need to come up with some kind of air filtration situation for it. And then after I finish that, I gotta hope that the drive chain is any good. I did get it started on ether, and the drive chain seemed to be clicking and clunking, and the motor and drivetrain are all one piece. So, right, first I gotta fix the radiator, then I get it running and get all that straightened around. Then I gotta fight with the forward and reverse, the torque converter that's on it, and hope I got no problem there. And obviously if I have a cracked head and all the water leaks out, I'm dead. Or if the carburetors are no good, though the Makunis, whatever, I don't particularly care for that kind, but I can make them work so I could get over that speed bump. But you know, I get over the last speed bump, then I go flying into a tree, so to speak, because the drivetrain's no good. And it wasn't sounding very good. It was kind of clicking and clunking and all kinds of crap like that. But I kind of would like to get that one going. I am a little overstocked on golf carts, to be perfectly honest. And occasionally people ask am I selling anything? Do I want to get rid of anything? Some of the stuff that really doesn't fit into the horde, I would consider getting rid of. I like Honda stuff, so I'm not going to get rid of the Honda stuff. But I got a fleet of these Yamaha 3-wheelers, and somebody was asking me about the carbs. I don't see a carb over there. This one has a carb, but it's in pretty ugly shape. Makuni. And I don't know, do you have a carb? I put my legs down here. Discover some snake or something. I think there is a carb there. Yeah, it looks like it's complete. Yeah, it looks like it's got a carb. I've gotten these two started. This one actually runs pretty good and could come back to life. I haven't been in a big hurry to do much with it because it doesn't have reverse. This one does have reverse, and it does run, but she smokes like you know, like somebody's grandfather or something, smoking those little Italian cigars. You know, I was going to do something with this guy, but more and more, if somebody else wants to do a motor transplant into it, we could probably work something out. Right. And there might even be some other stuff that, once again, if it says Honda, the answer is no. I wish I knew somebody who could tell me that they love to restore old military generators. It's got the 4-cylinder Continental in it. I'd really, really love for this to go someplace where somebody's gonna love it and restore it and use it and enjoy it. It's kind of a waste to have it sit here. Yeah, I really haven't been through all this stuff. I really haven't spent that much time on some of these, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. 231. My buddy Flash there. He's into go-karts. My go-karts are in pretty basic condition. Especially, I just pulled the rear end out of that one. So look at this sunroof, guys. Who says I'm not all styling here with having a sunroof? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I have an appointment for later this afternoon with the wife and some friends. I'm wondering if I could get that rear end cut out before then. I think I'm going to go for it. Make a little progress today. Folks, I want to thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please, please enjoy all your days. Go out there and have a good time. Have some fun. Enjoy the sunshine. It's going to rain tomorrow and the next few days, so get out there today and have some fun. Bye now.